In previous alphas, the quality and tier level of loot you got from scavenging was determined by your game stage. Game stage increases as you kill zombies and level up, and decreases when you die. Game stage will determine how tough the zombies are and how many are spawned during Horde Night. The Fun Pimps have made a few changes. I took a look at what they posted on the update notes. They didn't go too much in detail, so I did a little bit of research, and here's what I found. Loot quality and tier level is no longer determined by your game stage. It is now determined by a new value called the loot stage. Your base loot stage is increased along with your character level. However, loot stage can be increased further depending on a few factors. As always, you can get the Lucky Looter perks, you could eat eye candy, and you can wear lucky goggles that also increase your loot stage. But there's also a few new ways to increase your loot stage in Alpha 20. The first way is by going to different biomes. Each biome has a different loot stage modifier. From what I've found, the forest has no modifier. The desert gives a 1.5 times modifier, or at least a plus 10. The snow biome will give you a 2x modifier, or a minimum of plus 21. And the wasteland, which has been combined with the burnt forest, gives around 2.5 times multiple, or at least a minimum of plus 31. The second way to increase your loot stage is by scavenging harder POIs. You'll see this lower tiered POI gives me a lower loot modification than I get when I'm inside a higher tiered POI. As you see, the loot stage has gone up just by going near a higher leveled POI. The final way to increase your loot stage and get better loot is actually by looting higher tiered loot containers. Harder POIs have better containers. There are 5 tiers of POIs and 5 tiers of loot containers. So, to get the best loot possible on day 1, you'll want to level up Lucky Looter. I gained this many skill points just being level 9. You'll want to eat an eye candy, find lucky goggles and wear them if possible. Go to the wasteland, find a level 5 POI, and go inside and loot a level 5 loot container. Here's an example of what you can find on day 1. Let's see what we find with maxed out. Our loot stage is, level is 9, our loot stage is 101. So without all those bonuses, our loot stage would only be a 9. But because I'm in the wasteland and a level 5 POI, I have the eye candy and everything else, my loot stage has now been bumped up all the way to 109, which is crazy. It's as if you were level 101. Let's see what we can find. So on day 1, we found 242 cash, a level 6 leather glove, a level 2 military helmet, 100 shotgun shells, and 100 magnum ammo. So this is the type of loot you can find on day 1 if you max out your loot stage. Real quick while I'm here, I'll just loot these little weapon bags here. So let's see what these have. Nothing good there, just weapon parts. Some more ammo, lots of ammo, some more ammo, and a weapon bag, an iron spear. Now I'll go find a couple more level 5 POIs and loot a few containers and just see what types of things we can find. So here I am in the desert, another level 5 POI. Since I'm in the desert, the loot stage is significantly less, so it's only 53, so about half as much. But let's see what we can find. I found another tier 5 loot container. I realized my eye candy's out, so let me go ahead and use another one of those. Now let me check my loot stage. So my loot stage went up by 10, so now it's at 64. Let's unlock this and see what we find. Again, this is day 1, level 9. Let's see. Nice. So we got a pistol, bunch of ammo, and some silver. So this is pretty good loot for day 1, level 9. So this is the type of stuff that you can find if you max out your loot stage. Let's see if we can find one more. Alright, so I couldn't find another tier 5 in the wasteland, but I found this tier 4, I believe, and this is giving me a loot stage of 92. I'm going to check out this reinforced chest and see what we can find day 1. Crossbow schematic, leather hood, some ammo, first aid kit. Nothing crazy, but pretty decent loot. Weapons bag. Oh, look at that. Weapons bag gave us a level 6 pistol day 1. That's pretty good. So as you can see, by going to the right areas on the right map, you can find some pretty decent loot on day 1 as a level 9. If you thought this video was helpful, please like and subscribe. Bonus tip, after completing 10 missions for a trader, you now get a free bike. How cool is that?